I went back to work like nothing happened. And I told some of my staff at the time, I was like, well, they were like, hey, you went to the doctor's office, what happened? And I just looked up and was like, I have cancer. And I was like, okay, go ahead and give me that authorization so I can sign it. They're like, whoa, wait, what's going on? My Cervivor story started in 2017. I was having irregular cycles, and one of my best friends said, go ahead, go to the doctor. Let's see what's going on. I went and I had an irregular PAP, but my doctor was like, that's normal. Come back in 3 months. It probably will correct itself. We'll have a biopsy. I went back in 3 months, which was February of 2018. When I went back, had my biopsy, my doctor called me and said, I need you to come in. So, of course, when a doctor says they need you to come in, this is major. I went into the doctor's office and he said, kiddo, you have cancer. The only person that I knew that was close to me that had cancer was my father. And at the age of 11, my father passed away. And that's major to me because I felt like my father hung the stars and the moon. He was amazing. I was officially diagnosed with cervical cancer at the end of February. So let's say February 20th of 2018. My surgery was March 5th. I had a radical hysterectomy. I was staged at 1B2. After my radical hysterectomy, my surgeon said that there was cancer outside of the area. And he said, hey, I think you need to do radiation and chemo. My insurance they were giving problems and they wouldn't give authorization for me to get the PET scans. And so after a couple of months, I was like, forget it. I'm fine. I'm healed. I'm a believer. I'm just going to walk on. Fast forward to 2019. I go back to see if I can get a scan done because I hadn't been back to the doctor because I was so discouraged. When I went back, I had a reoccurrence. The cancer had moved to the other side of my body. And he let me know, you're going to have radiation and chemo. The chemo actually was easier than radiation, which sounds crazy. But radiation was hard because you're alone. Chemo, other people can come in with you. Radiation, you're by yourself and you're there with your thoughts. And I'm like, oh God. And then I'd go home and then my kids are looking at me like, Mommy, are you gonna make it? And I finally realized, Kim, you have to take your health serious. Kim, you have to pay attention to what's going on with your kids and not worry about everybody else and everything else, what's going on with you. I want to be able to be an advocate, not only for women, but definitely for African Americans, because African American women are passing away from cervical cancer. And I think part of that is due to a lack of knowledge. I'm okay with who I am. I'm okay with being a survivor because that was one of the things that I was ashamed of initially, because here I am, HPV, it looks negative. And so I was ashamed. Now on this side, 2 years out, and I'm cancer free, I'm okay with who I am.